what was your first impression of Jeffrey? When you saw him, you came in the ECO program, you saw him, what was your first impression of Jeffrey?
My first impression was he's tall. Yeah, I was like, damn.
Mine was physical too. I found him very attractive. Like, you fine and you smart.
He was dribbling the ball up the court by himself. You know, and I didn't know him at this time, and I was like, what is he doing? Like, you know what I mean? I'm the point guard. Pass me the ball. Like, let me bring it up, right? And he goes, puts up one hand and goes, "I so sexy, I so sexy," and I was like, what? Oh, that was a lot of fun.
Jeff, he was a goofball. Like, mostly when you describe Jeff, you say Jeff was a goofball. Like, that's the first thing that came to your mind. But like, if you look past the goofiness, he was just one of those kids like who just loved helping people, who just like loved giving back. Whether it was through like his goofiness or volunteering or just simply like just talking to everyone, he always found a way to like help people and make them laugh. Like, laugh. Yeah, enunciate. Just.
I thought he was always working another job, but I came to realize he was doing other stuff like volunteering. It's just like, I just always saw him helping somebody out. Jeffrey was just very adamant about like, if he had the resources or he had something that you needed or by any chance wanted, he wanted to give it to you, and it was just like genuine.
That's the person I remember when I think of Jeff. The kid would just like randomly would just get up and get calls and go volunteer for people he didn't even know.
Jeff had tenacity. Jeff was one of those people who would like try something, fail it, and just keep doing it. And keep doing it and keep doing it until eventually it happened. And in my personal experience, I've been inspired by that because I'm the type of person where, you know, if something goes wrong, you have to change something, like something has to change, and he would never change. He was a low social monitor, he never changed. No matter where he was always the same Jeff. So it's like, he had that tenacity and he had the determination to like get things done, and that's very inspiring on my part.
He put God first, and then he put his family, and I know that he did a lot for his family, so that's really the first thing that comes to my mind.
He had this plan of taking care of his family and taking care of his sister. He loved his sister, and just giving back. That's his message. His message would be just like, no matter what your past is, just always realize you don't have to be like everyone. You don't have to just be angry at people because someone treated you bad. That's the whole thing about apologizing. Just focus on success. That's the thing I admire about that guy. That guy loved success, man. So, man.
He was a hustler.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got good grades.
Yeah.
Always on Dean's list.
Yeah, I know, right?
He handled his
Oh,
business.
man.
I would say, you know, to his parents, and you know, another part of his growing up is also his sister as well. That you guys did a wonderful job. You know, while he was here, there wasn't really light shed upon like all of his, like all the effects that he had on everybody. And now that he's passed, it's like you got to see exactly what his presence did to certain people and like personality changes and how he bettered people and things of that nature. And they did a wonderful job. Like, I can go on for days about all the positive things of his character. You know, they did a really good job.
One thing that I will take with me forever, Jeffrey taught me how to be affectionate, how to treat the people you love. And so I look at him, I admire him, and I follow him, and tell me how to hug my family whenever I see them, how to call them more often, because I didn't call them a lot. And so there's a new appreciation, like after meeting him, after being his friend for months, there's a newfound appreciation for the ones that I love. And I definitely started spending a lot more time with them and hugging them a lot more. And that's, you know, I wasn't very too affectionate before coming here to the university. So, and I'll have that forever, ever.
I never really saw him upset, and that's what I admire about him, you know, always smiling, helping others. Just being open and like, seeing the good in people no matter what, and helping anyone. If I have the means to help them, just to help them and not expect anything in return, just to have that gratification, like, man, I helped them and they're better off now that I helped them.
I love that kid, man.
I know.
I love Jeffrey. That's the thing. He never talked about things like that. They telling each other he loves him. Nah, man. Yeah.
Oh, no.
He knew it.
He knew it. I think he knew we all love him.
One of the things I'm glad for about me personally is every time I saw him, it would never be an issue. I would always just come and give him a big old hug, you know. And the thing was, you know, I think I'm like, you know, a big tough guy or whatever. But, you know, he's so much taller than me that I would just feel so little when he's holding me. It's like, yo, this is weird. But it's like, that's my brother. It's like, I love him. I love him. I love him. And one thing I really take from him the most is having an unconditional love. No matter what happens, no matter what situation arises, if he tells you that he loves you, regardless of anything. And that's one thing I'm gonna hold on forever. Despite what happens between me and whoever it is, if I say that I love you, I love you.